What is up, everybody? There's nobody here right now, but that's fine. I don't really give a shit. This is something new I've been wanting to do with the channel for a while. This is Saturday morning coffee. It's Saturday morning and I've got coffee. What I want to do is, on Saturdays, as this community starts to grow, I want to have like a Saturday morning, like cartoons and shit. You know, like, remember like you grew up, you got your cereal, ate some cereal. You got cereal and ate cereal. What am I saying? And like watch cartoons, whatever. Like, I don't know. I kind of want to like wake up Saturday mornings, hop on stream, and kind of do a combination of one, go through like all my accounts on Lord of the Rings, Heroes of Middle Earth, and Star Wars Galaxy of Heroes, and go through all my dailies. And then after that, kind of go through and do, you know, like maybe we got Grand Arena up, maybe we got territory battles, maybe we got conquest, maybe we got the Crate Dragon raid or the Mines of Moria raid or something, right? Like, just kind of just play through the games and just hang out and bullshit, talk and chill. That's kind of what I wanted to do. So that's Saturday morning cartoons in a nutshell. Shit, maybe this will even be like the intro video for it. I don't know. Probably not, because I already cussed in it. We can't cuss in YouTube. Cover this up. I gotta stay modest here. But yeah, that's the gist of what we want to do here. So we'll kind of do a combination of like live stream stuff and just playing through, and then also like at the same time I'm probably gonna like chop and screw these streams into actual videos, so I can just post those throughout the week, and it'll kind of make it easier on myself to make content, because personally I work full-time. I'm not a full-time content creator. I would love to be someday, but I'm not there right now, and I don't have the time or the bandwidth to sit down, record a video for 15 minutes, and then compile it, and then edit it, and then upload it, and then write everything into the actual upload settings, and like the format the video, like everything. Like, it's just, it takes hours for me to put out like one video, or not even hours, because I one shot everything. It takes me like an hour per video generally, and I would just like to try to streamline this as best as I can, so I can put out more content to you guys and not eat up more of my own time while doing it. So anyways, without further ado, where are we? We are here. Where is my webcam? There it is. All right, we're good. We're here. We're live in Star Wars Galaxy of Heroes. We are here with my alt account. This is the free-to-play. I'm going to shoot myself in the foot by saying that. This is my Hyperdrive bundle account. I bought a Hyperdrive bundle on it. Have not spent any money since. So I say free-to-play. It's not free-to-play. Essentially, I just paid so I didn't have to level all the way 85, because I've already leveled like 3 or 4 separate Star Wars Galaxy of Heroes accounts all the way up to max level at 85, and honestly, really didn't want to do it again, but really wanted to see what like the new player meta is, because it's been probably 2-3 years since I started my main account, or my current main account rather, and I didn't really know what that new player experience looked like nowadays. So without further ado, to kind of catch you guys back up to speed, since it's been like a month or two, we are now at 2 million galactic power. 2 million, that is 2 mils. And there's some downsides with this account right now, and there's some future upsides. So like 2 million GP and no galactic legend is not a good look. I'll tell you that. It's not a good look. But we're getting there. So what we're currently working on is kind of a two-step process right now. We are finishing up our farm for Beskar Armor Mando. We are currently working on Queel, and I know I said I would be filming these like journey character unlocks. I need to do a better job with that. I got impatient and started it without thinking about it while I wasn't doing content. But we're finishing up Queel, and we are finishing up IG-11, and then we are done with Beskar Armor Mando. And once we are done with Beskar Armor Mando, we are going full steam ahead on our Executor farm. We've already got a lot of these requirements out of the way. We've got Vader, Piet, Boba, Dengar, IG-88, and Bosk. We still have to farm out Piet and get him to Relic 8, which is going to take a minute. And we'll be swapping over to him full-time once we finish the Beskar Armor Mando farm. We've currently got Dengar already at 7 stars, working on the gear to be able to start getting him relics. And then as far as the rest of this goes, I mean, you can see we've got Vader's done, Boba Fett's done, IG-88's done, Bosk is done. And the main reason for that was because that, along with TIE Advanced, the TIE Bomber, Houndstooth, Slave 1, IG-2000, these are all basically ships and characters I can use in my current fleet arena, so that I can dominate my fleet arena, maintain a top 3 position inside of it, and keep collecting crystals while I work towards Executor. And the number one thing right now, we got, I believe, is it exactly 2 weeks from today, actually? So exactly 2 weeks from tomorrow is going to be the first day that or not the first day, but it's going to be the Executor Day for this month, for October. It comes out on the 15th of every month, which means we have to be ready by the 15th or we will not get it this month. And if I'm being honest, I am dumping like 450 crystals a day that I'm getting from my Grand Arena, my fleet, everything else, into 3 Cantina farms so that I can farm out all the necessary materials for the relics, and as well as my 3 regular campaigns so that I can farm out all these characters as fast as possible, and the ships as well. But ultimately, where we're at right now, I don't think we're gonna get it in time for this 15th. We've still got 2 characters we have to farm for Beskar Armor Mando. We've still got to push Dengar all the way to Relic 5, which shouldn't be too big of a deal, but that's still gonna take resources. We've still got to even get the credits to level up Grief Karga, Queel, and IG-11 just so we can do the damn Beskar Armor Mando event, or the journey rather. We've still got to level up and get Piet up and farm him up and get him to Relic 8. And these aren't even the time-consuming ones that I'm really worried about. I think it's potentially could push out some of those by the 15th. What I'm really worried about is Houndstooth. I don't know if I can push that to 7 stars in time. And I know, based on my main, when I just unlocked Executor a couple months back, I'm not going to be able to get this all the way from 4 stars to 7 stars in time. That's just not going to happen. Now, I know you can spend additional crystals if you don't have the ships at 7 stars in order to unlock your Executor early on, but it's just not going to happen right now. So, Executor is our main goal, and I'm looking to have it done on November 15th. So not this next Executor come around, but the one after that. And I've got kind of mixed feelings about that, to be honest, because right now, you can see, if we go through the ranks of my Fleet Arena shard here, nobody's running the Executor. We've got some Tarkin, we've got some Thrawn, we've got a Mace Windu, but yeah, it's a lot of Tarkin and a lot of Thrawn, and most of these guys, especially up here at the top, they're running the same fleets as me. I mean, they got Razor Crests. You see what we're looking at? All these guys are going for the Executor as well. So we're all kind of in that same ballpark, all going for the same thing. And to be honest, some of these guys are a little bit ahead of where I am. I mean, his Cad Bane looks like shit, but you don't need Cad Bane up to get Executor. He's got his Bosk ready to go. He's got Razor Crest unlocked. His Beskar Armor Mando looks like crap too. How about this guy? Does he have his Boba ready to go? His Boba is ready to go. So I wouldn't be surprised if we got maybe a couple Executors in the fleet shard the next go around on the 15th. And we're not gonna be ready for it, which is fine though, because we'll get it the second time around, and we'll be one of the only people in the shard that still has it. We'll still be able to maintain relevancy and keep farming out those crystal shards. So that is where we're at with this free-to-play account. We are working towards Executor, and where are we going after Executor? Well, we're going to be going towards... There we go. So after Executor, it's going to be full steam ahead for Jedi Knight Luke Skywalker. And the reason for this right now is because this is kind of the free-to-play meta. You get Jedi Knight Luke Skywalker, and your aperture opens up to be able to go towards Jabba, to be able to go towards Jedi Knight Luke Skywalker, or to be able to go towards General Leia. General Leia is a little outside of the realm of possibility for us right now, considering 1, we don't have any Galactic Legends, and 2, it's not an accelerated farm. So it doesn't do us any good trying to push for that. So we're going for Jedi Knight Luke Skywalker. After which we'll probably go for a bit of its side farm somewhere. I know Jedi Knight Luke is basically technically considered a side farm, but we'll be going for Jabba first off. We will be getting Jabba the Hutt, the Galactic Legend, and after that all bets are off. And as far as teams that we're working with in this account right now, they're not looking amazing, because really most of the resources I have right now are going towards these goals of, Executor and Jabba and whatever else. So if we hopped onto the squads, you can see, we've got a Vader ready to go for Grand Arena at Relic 7. That is kind of my solo offense team right now. We've got kind of a crappy Bosk lead. Bounty Hunter scene with some decent relics on it that are required for the Executor, but it's not the best team in the world, and we basically just throw it on defense and forget it. We've also got a Geonosian team here. For the Geonosians, hold on a second. The Geonosians, we're still working on getting all of our, not the Omegas, our, why am I brain farting on this? Yeah, our Omegas. I was thinking Omicrons, yeah. So our Omegas, we're still finishing up putting all of our Omegas on the Geonosian squad. But they're basically ready to go for Wat Tambor shards, so we can help out with our guilds. CLS is really going to be the next big focus to push here after Executor, like I said. So kind of once I'm done getting all the character requirements done for Executor, I'm going to be pushing this hard. I'm going to start farming out the 3PO and Chewie shards that we need to be able to round out this squad, because this is going to be one of our mainstays in this account for a very, very long time. And on top of that as well, most of these characters other than 3PO, actually all of them other than 3PO, are going to be required for Jedi Knight Luke Skywalker. And then, of course, Han Solo, at least we have to push up very high to be able to go after Jabba. So we've also got an Iden Versio squad, which this is kind of taking a step on the back burner while we push some bigger goals. But I would definitely like to step back in and finish out farming her so I can push her to gear 12 and get some relics on the rest of these guys, as well as Death Trooper. This squad has been super, super fun to use. I put my first Omicron on this squad, and it's very, very good to punch up on stuff. But ultimately, I do think I do want to push this squad a little bit further, even though it's going to take some Kairos. We'll make do. We're not really using a lot of Kairos right now. Our Emperor Palpatine team right here, it's not the greatest, but I mean, between Thrawn, Mara Jade, and Emperor Palpatine, you really don't need a lot of gear with this team early on, at least. And as long as you've got some decent speed on Mara Jade and you've got the the leadership Zeta on Palpatine, you can basically just turn one with Mara Jade, get the turn meter train rolling out of the station, and then it's all she wrote. You really, especially early end game like right now, you really don't need a lot of high end gear and relics on these characters. They will be pushed eventually, but right now it's just not a priority for this account. And of course, we've got our Ewoks that are down here as just a throwaway defense team in Grand Arena right now in territory battles. We had to get them up for C-3PO. They're all at gear 11 with 1 Zeta. Not going to let them go to waste, but I'm not touching them with a 10-foot pole anytime soon. And our final team down here, this is kind of my passion project that I would really like to square away at some point in between one of these big farms, is the Night Sisters with Marin. I've used it a time or two, and they're very, very fun to use. They're very, very, very punch-upable. They can punch up above their own weight, but ultimately right now I just don't have the bandwidth or the resource to invest in them. So that's kind of where we're at with all of our teams. And now we're going to hop into some Grand Arena. So that's going to be the end of like one video. What you just saw is probably going to be a free-to-play video for the account. So if you enjoyed this video, like the video, drop a comment down below, subscribe to the channel so you don't miss future live streams and future videos and blah, 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 and cut or fucking whatever, right? So we're going to roll in some Grand Arena, and we're going to see how we do this time around. Now, what I've been experiencing in Grand Arena lately, especially on this account, is a lot of crap. A lot of crap. And I mean, you saw we were 2 million galactic power. We've been coming up against guys like this where it's 3.2 million. Why are you in Carbonite? Get out of Carbonite. You suck. Like, it's just, I will bitch about it till the day I die. The matchmaking in Grand Arena is absolute hot garbage, and it needs to be fixed. I really miss the original matchmaking where it's actually based off your GP. So you can actually build a very streamlined account and go up and take down people who didn't really know what they were doing, right? But I just, this shit pisses me off. I've had like 1.8, 2 million galactic power on this account for the last, few weeks. And I'm going up against like, I've had like 6-7 mil accounts with like 4 galactic legends on it. And it's like, why? Like, what are we doing? Like, it makes no sense. It's not fun. It's not engaging gameplay. There's no way in hell they should be there. And I don't understand why I understand logically how they get there, right? They're just queuing up for Grand Arena and losing and tanking, and they get all the way down because they're either super casual players who just spend money on the game, they've been playing forever, they just don't pay attention. But like, at the end of the day, it's bullshit. So anyways, we're gonna roll into this. let's see what we can do in Grand Arena this week, or today rather. Today we're going up against Anakin Bussy Slayer from the guild Join Us or Die, Team 187, and it looks like they're Jabba. They're pushing after Jabba pretty hard here. They've got Chrysanthemum Relic, they've got a Han Solo Relic, and they've got a Boba Fett Relic, and it looks like that's really it. This looks like they're at least about the same galactic power as my account. And honestly, I think our account is looking a little better. They might have a few more Zetas spread out across their teams. They've definitely got some more. They've got 3 Omis so far, so they've got some more Omicrons than we do. So yeah, honestly, it looks like this account is probably an older account than mine, but about the same galactic power. So they've really built a very streamlined, thin account. Well, actually, no, they've got a lot of random 6-7 star characters for an account of this low galactic power. Interesting, very interesting. All right, let's roll into this and see how we do against them. There's nothing on this team that really looks too scary. Maybe this Phoenix might be a bitch to deal with, but let's see how he did on our defense. So he got through our Geonosians in 1 battle. That is just fine. Have they attempted any with our fleets? Nope, nothing with our fleet. And of course, this is just a crappy throw in Admiral Akbar fleet. We really don't have a whole lot better throw on defense right now. Hopefully in the near future we will. 3 battles against our boss team. That is big. That could be exactly what gets us the W. If he's throwing 3 teams at this with us being this low in Grand Arena and having this small of an account, 3 teams to throw away on a team that you can't beat, that basically seals your fate as an L. All we're going to have to do is clear like 2 territories and then some change. Really, where we're at right now, there's only 1 team per territory. But let's see what we got going up against us. So we've got a Count Dooku Separatist lead team here with a Newt Gunray Zeta and the Dooku Zeta. And we've got, looks like, a Jedi Knight Anakin Jedi team. Interesting. So we got a Barris Zeta and a... Alright, well this should be interesting. I'm thinking Vader can probably solo this, and this might be famous last words, and maybe I'm killing myself here with this, but I think it's safe to say I'm going to assume that oh, I didn't even know I had... Sweet. I honestly didn't even realize I had Datacrons in this account, because I've only done easy mode Conquest on this account. That's sweet. That was an accidental find. We're going to go through it. Hopefully a Relic 7 Vader should definitely be enough to be able to take this crap out. Alright, let's get rolling. We're going to hit him with an AoE and all of the... Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah, we're good. We're going to go ahead and see if we can kill Jedi Anakin here. Yep, dead. Easy. This is going to be a cakewalk. And now you're going to die, and now you're going to die. And almost knocked my donuts down. Max banners. Let's go. Sorry, buddy. So this is what happens when you're a small account in Grand Arena and you throw basically your best squad on defense. Some people advise against it. I don't know. I think it works fairly decently. In fact, I'm even thinking about leaving my Bosk bounty hunters on defense in the bottom, throwing my Iden Verso troopers up top, because on defense, a lot of people can underestimate that team and throw some attempts at it. And then I'm thinking back wall behind the bounty hunters team, we can throw our Geonosians. So people can potentially go up against my best team. They can maybe lose one battle, throw a battle against the troopers, and then they come down and they've already exhausted some options going up against the Geonosians. I think that might not be a bad idea, but we'll see. I'm not the greatest strategizing team placement, honestly. But let's see. We have to get through this Count Dooku team, and I honestly think our Iden Versio troopers can get through this fairly easily. Let's see if we can. I think we can do this. I think we can. Alright. Let's go ahead and buff everybody real quick. And we're going to go ahead and stun and mass assist on Dooku. Oh, yeah. Yeah, we're good. We're gonna be just fine. All right, get the AoE out. Can't hit Django until he takes his turn, so we'll just keep hitting him. We take out Newt here, though. There we go. And this should be... No. The two-turn immunity is just... It's a bit much for Django. Like, really? Like, do we really have to? It's just so annoying. Honestly. Like, this is game over. Very, very, like, game at hand, game over. But it's annoying you have to wait 2 turns in order to even be able to hit him. And it's just wasting my time, you know? There's 2 things you don't fuck with. My time, my money. That's it. So, Django down, easy peasy. I mean, we're winning this already right now. They can probably clear our fleet. But for good measure, we have to take out the last 2. And I need 3 credits, right? We do need credits to be able to level these characters up. Interesting. So they have a Hera Omicron on the team, but they didn't get it before lock-in. So that is great success. I have the world's worst Bo Rat impression. You're welcome for that. Why am I picking this shit? I have it set up in squads. Let's go down. We'll grab our Palpatine team, and we're just going to... Honestly, I think I'm actually just going to drop TIE Fighter Pilot and Tarkin. And I'm just going to go 3 on 5 because... Oops. Shit. We're going to squeeze out some extra banners just in case out of this. I mean, it's a Gear 12 Palpatine versus just bare bones Phoenix at like Gear 11 or lower. We're fine. We're going to be just fine. So we'll go ahead and swap turn meter with Palpatine. We're going to stun everybody. I should have probably swapped with Mara. That would have been the actual smart move, but whatever. Go ahead and stun Kanan. Stagger everybody else. We'll get to work on Ezra here. Start spreading some shock to everybody else. Chopper, you could use some shock. There we go. And... yeah, we'll go ahead and fracture you. We'll go ahead and do that. And we'll do that. And we'll do another one of these for some more offense up. Easy. Easy, easy, easy. I mean, we've won this already. It's just a matter of time. We kind of just have to wait for this to go through and play itself out. We'll get rid of Hera next. And just keep... I mean, honestly, we can just keep auto-attacking at this point. Just basic attacking. Because of the Emperor Palpatine turn meter train. We are going to be just fine. I should probably do this so I can get some protection back for banners, right? That would be the smart play. And... Chopper's going down, and he's down. That's it. That's all she wrote. Wonderful. Let's grab this fleet, and we will wrap up with this account. We'll move over to our main account in Star Wars Galaxy of Heroes and go through our Grand Arena there. See how we do. All right, we got Houndstooth, Xanadu, and Slave 1. We'll just roll with that lineup for now. Should be enough. Should definitely be enough. All right. Let's go ahead and we'll ability block Bomber off the rip here, and we'll get to work on the TIE Advance. Well, I guess we can't right now. All right. All right. All right. It's time for an unironic all right now. We're going to go ahead and end this like ASAP. Bomber's down. Fighter's down. Let's take TIE Advance down. He's going to get a reinforcement here in a second, but not if I can... Can I kill him one shot with this? Ah, he didn't double. Okay. That's all right. Oh. We got a thick little TIE advanced here. Just ripped out my slave 1. Just die. Just die already. All right. I need to stop saying all right. Is that my filler word? Am I just realizing what my filler word is? Oh, God. So that does it for Grand Arena with this account. I guess let's hop over here and use the rest of our Cantina energy, right? Before we hop out of here. Maybe double check shipments, because I don't recall if I collected all of my shipments yet on this account this morning. I kind of went through on this one and already did my dailies, so apologies. I know I literally mentioned earlier the whole point of Saturday morning cartoons is that we're going to be doing this whole daily thing. What do we got for events? Do we have anything fun for events? We've got the Galactic Challenge. Not too worried about that right now. Okay, we've got the Inquisitor Assault Battle, which we cannot do. So we're going to hop back over here into the intermission. So I can close out of this real quick, and I can hop into here, and I can swap my accounts on my phone, and you guys can see it, and it's great. Hop into the old game center and sign out. All right, and we're back into Star Wars Galaxy of Heroes. Yeah, second account, Grand Arena, going strong. We just went 4 for 4. 4 for 4 and maxed out that last one. So that was pretty neat. Honestly, I'm actually really stoked about that because it's been a hot minute. Ooh, 120 crystals for the login today. That is spicy. And some Captain Solo shards, even though we actually just maxed out shard count on Captain Solo recently. So yeah. That's not too helpful right now, but and we got Dash Rendar shards, sweet. We've had Dash Rendar for forever, but hey, I will never cry about free shard shop currency. Okay, we're gonna go through dailies in this account real quick. I'm going to hop through my farms just very quickly, and we will roll into Grand Arena with the rest of our regular scheduled programming. This is our second video of the live stream so far. How far in are we? 36 minutes. Not bad. Not bad. All right. Han Solo, where are we at? Can we farm anything off of this piece of gear? No. So right now we're saving up our crystals so that the 15th, when Executor comes back around, we can go ahead and do max refreshes on it, like as many as possible, so that we can fast farm it, because we definitely unlocked Executor a little bit behind the curve of everybody else in our fleet shard. So we are just rapidly trying to catch up with that Executor farm. So that's why we're holding on to all of our crystals right now. And then on this account, what we're also working on, just kind of give you guys a bit of a background heads up, we're currently working towards Jedi Knight Luke Skywalker. I actually just went through and got Darth Revan finally done, like put that up for way too long. Just got him done for a side farm, so we're working Jedi Knight Luke Skywalker right now. And then we'll be moving into Jabba, and then probably after Jabba, I might pivot over to Gas, because really the one thing that's holding me back on Gas is some of the ships right now, and then the Battle Droid B1 farm. But that's kind of where I'm like just ballpark thinking on this account. Let me know what you guys think about it down in the comments or whatever. But yeah, we need to push Han Solo up to Relic 3 right now, and then we still need to farm out the rest of Lando, which I guess we'll do right now. There's no reason not to. There's no time like the present. That's done. Sweet. 12 shards. We'll take that. Let's hop into characters. Okay, so we're going to go down here, and we're going to farm out, not you. We're going to farm out EU. A little bit of Bosch. We're going to farm out some Lando. And then, I think, if I remember correctly, we're hopping into our squads here. Nope, Radis. There's a part of me that really wants to go for Profundity in the semi-near future, but there's another part of me that just really doesn't want to commit to another fleet farm, but like I need to at some point, because my entire fleet shard right now is like all execs and I can't climb because they've had theirs for way longer than I have. But we'll hop into our squads here, and I think if I remember correctly, we'll farm out some daily battle droid shards, because long-term goal of Gas. So we'll kind of start that farm now, very slowly. No refreshes on that one. We'll also throw some into Dark Trooper because I would really like to get this Imperial Troopers team up to at least like, I don't know, like Relic 1 at the minimum, like probably Relic 3 at some point, or higher even. But just I put them off for far too long, and now like it kind of sucks with this account being, you know, like pushing 5 mil galactic power, that a lot of these teams that I neglected early on, and it's really because the meta was different 2-3 years ago, right? Um, but also I basically just beeline straight for Supreme Leader Kylo Ren on this account when I first made it. So I just like went straight for SLKR, got that done, and then moved on to other farms. And I was kind of wrapped up in like, oh, I just want to go for Galactic Legends. Why do I need to go for these other characters? And then, you know, a year and a half, 2 years down the line, I start to realize like, oh, my account just isn't wide enough. I'm missing all of these foundational like cornerstone teams that I really need to have on this account. So I've kind of been going back and forth now, going back and like grabbing them. But it has been hard for me to actually find the resources to not just farm them, but actually like push them to where they need to be. So really, like the first one we just got done in the last couple of months was getting CLS's entire squad to Relic 3, which super happy about that, super pumped. But you know, as you can see, like we could probably get old Ben up a little bit or Juhani and replace him with her. We could definitely work on our Sith Triumvirate. I actually only just got General Grievous maxed out at 7 stars recently. But a lot of these teams, like I've got a character or two built on it for other requirements in the game, but I don't really have a lot of like full like traditional meta teams on this account, which I think is really what's hurting me in the long run. So that's something that I need to work on with this account for sure. But back to the matter at hand. Let's grab some Adversio shards, right? How much more energy do we have to play with right now? We've got 74. It's not even really worth putting into anything else. So let's just hop back up into our characters. Let's go back over to Captain Han Solo, and let's see what we can dump our regular energy into here. All right, so we've already got our injector head. How are we on Kairos here? Oh, we're actually looking pretty on Kairos. Okay. So we can only dump fleet on that piece of gear. We can dump regular energy into this, I guess. I'm kind of just dumping everything I can into like my main farm right now. So that I can just speed this up along the way. I know I probably should be farming up salvage material or scavenger material, whatever the fuck it's called. Ooh, we've got a crate right up. Have I hit this? I did. Oh my god, we're getting rewards today. Thank god. I have been so behind on this account for the last like 2 weeks because I have forgot between 2 Lord of the Rings Heroes of Middle-earth accounts, 2 Star Wars Galaxy of Heroes accounts, and now Star Wars Galaxy of Heroes. My alt is in a separate account or a separate guild in my main because we had to make some room for bringing in like a 7 member team into our guild. More than happy to do so to support the guild, of course. But the one hassle obviously is having 2 separate raid schedules on those accounts. So I missed my last 2 Crate Dragon raids on this account on my main, and missing like. It's funny because it seems like when I have a bunch of like Mark 1 raid currency, I don't really need to spend it on anything. I can just kind of like spend it on luxury. But then like when I fucking need it, I don't have it. Like right now, I'm like full steam ahead on Jedi Knight Luke Skywalker. And it's like, man, sure would be nice to gear up Lando to 11 for the eventual wait for gear 12. And sure would be nice to spend all this Mark 2 currency on Captain Han now that I have him at 7 stars in gear 12. But I can't. So anyways, that's kind of where we're at. Let's burn some mod energy, which right now... might not be the move, but I'm really trying to max all my mods on Piet. Don't really give a shit about the stats on them. I just want to max them so I can get my exec built up as like beefy as possible right now, because and I might be wrong with this with the way that mods work and interact with crew members and ships, but I think it'll at least beef up my executor a little bit and help me in Fleet Arena, because I'm still top 20 every day in my fleet shard, but I can't climb to save my life right now. Like nobody can climb on me, luckily, because there's not a lot of profundities in here. But and to be honest, I'm sure you guys have been dealing with this for like a year or 2, however long Exec's been out in the game. But the Executor mirror matches are fucking cancer. I can't stand them. It is the most boring, annoying content in this game. So that's something I just don't want to deal with. So I'm kind of content with just coasting in top 20 Fleet Arena for now. But in the near future, we will be hoping to push that. So let's hop through here, knock out the rest of our daily challenges very quickly, collect our shipment. Oh, all right, let's buy all this crap here. I do buy all of the credits-based rewards every day because we have enough credits for that, and why not? I can use this for salvage material, even though it's not that great of a value. Let's get some shard shop currency. We're good here, right? Wait, what is this? Captain Han needs that. He might not need that because I might have already pre-built it, but whatever. Let's hop into Squad Arena. Can't spend there. We haven't done our Galactic War yet. What do we got for Mark II here? We don't need that because we just crafted that. Do we need this? We do need this. Okay, Grand Arena, we're out of currency there. Shard Shop, do we have anything worth buying here? Yes, for Captain Han. We're 3 short there. Are you kidding me? All right, whatever. We'll come back to that later. Let's hop into... Actually, we should probably be able to get it with doing this. Should get some shard shop currency there. Let's double check, and boom, there we go. Let's purchase that. And then what else do we got? Fleet challenge. We'll knock that out for our training mats, and we're done. I know, super exciting content, isn't it, guys? Doing dailies in the middle of my Grand Arena runs. Apologies, but you're gonna have to deal with it. Let's hop in here. Okay, so Grand Arena on the main account. Round 1, we got shafted because this is kind of what I was talking about earlier on with my alt account. Is I'm just getting out match made right now. Like 4.8 mil galactic power, 1 GL and executor versus that. Like not a chance in hell I'm beating that. So basically, it's can we even take a couple teams out and just collect rewards and move on? But with a Malgus front line, like, no, I don't have anything that can really counter Malgus right now, which honestly is one of the things I really need to work on with this account is trying to find a Malgus counter. But this week we're going up against Saber from the guild Lumberjack Jedis, which is weird because Jedi is both singular and plural, so they're not a very literate guild, and it's like deja vu, man. I swear, like, I hate Grand Arena, I hate Grand Arena, I hate Grand Arena. Right, it's like smoke, right? If you say I hate bunnies 3 times, it gets out of your face. We're gonna get smoked, but we're gonna make an attempt of it at least and see what we can do here. Let's roll into it. What do we got? We've got... Oh boy. We've got some Relic Geonosians, great. We've got Rey and we've got Jedi Revan. I don't have anything that can beat Rey because my SLKR is on defense, which probably is not the move, but, you know, I want to try with this team, and this might be a really fucking stupid idea. I want to give this a shot. Jedi, where are we at? Can we throw Barris in here? Oh my god, Barris is on defense, isn't she? Oh no, okay. Well, we're just gonna roll with it. I meant to hit my Datacron and I hit battle. That's fine. Yay! Yay for me. No Datacron. Okay, it's okay. I don't think they had one either. Let's see. We should be able to stun Malik here. No. Okay, sweet. All we should have to do with this squad is survive long enough and hope that Darth Revan does not actually hit us. We need to take out Palpatine before he can start stunning everybody. So let's see. No stuns there. We'll hit that. Malik's going to do that. See if we can get a... Nope, no assists. Awesome. We just need Star Killer to get the Star Destroyer. We need to get Star Killer to pull that fucking thing out of the sky. That's what we need right now. That's okay. We're doing all right. This isn't looking terrible so far. We're actually surviving. Let's get a stun on Malik. Good. Oh, this is looking great right now, actually. This is looking really good for us. Malik's going to get another drain here. Luckily, he keeps hitting... I can't remember her name. Visa Smar. And that's gonna hurt. Just live. Just live. That's all we have to do. Alright. And that should be game here. We should be calling our Star Destroyer down. No. Oh, we're just short. That's fine, though. We still won. That's still a W. We're good. We'll take that. But that's kind of our main ace in the hole when it comes to Grand Arena. So we'll see what else we can do here. I've got a Relic 3 Wampa, but I don't think it can take this out. We can give it a shot and then clean this up after, because I know we're not going to be able to clear that top territory. So let's see what we can do here. I want to put... I know I have a health one on here somewhere. I don't have any good dark side Datacrons, but with 13% health, the protection up we'll get with Wampa is based off of your health pool on that character. So I'm kind of thinking that increased health pool on Wampa is going to give us more protection up, a little more survivability. I don't think this is going to work though, but we'll see. We will see. Like really, I'm hoping I can just take out a few guys and then just clean this up with something else afterwards. So I don't have a whole lot of really great General Grievous counters. I could have used my Commander Luke Skywalker team for this, but to be quite honest, I really would rather save them for a different team to clean up. God, this is not looking great. I need to get that next protection up like ASAP. There we go. Okay, this is looking much better now. This is looking much better. Just keep rolling. We got to take out this destroyer soon, but it's the most annoying thing in the world is this fucking... There we go. All right, that's fine. We'll clean this up with something else. I think if my Wampa was Relic 5, that would have been very doable, but Relic 3 Wampa is just... It's not the greatest. It's not bad. What do we want to use against this? We could potentially go with... You know what? I'm going to do Qui-Gon. I'm going to do this. And we can throw you on there. We can throw you, and we can throw you on there. I probably could have opened with this. I don't think it would have gone all that well, though, to be honest. But this should be enough to clean this up. It really should be. And hopefully we can take out Destroyer ASAP before he's able to kind of roll. I always forget which one's which when I go to Qui-Gon's attack. Which one's like the team up, which one's the dispel. So that's good. We should be able to do this. All right, Qui-Gon's down. We gotta finish off these battle droids, and then we should be good to go. Hurry up. Boom, big damage. Let's get rid of these battle droids. Jesus, how many stacks do I have left? 17? Okay, so we're almost done. They're gone now. And now it's just Grievous. And now we should be good. Game. I don't think I could have full cleared that with that squad. Maybe if I got some better RNG and Qui-Gon had lived longer and like sacrificed later in the game, I could have maybe done it. But if he would have died as fast as that there, I don't think that would have happened with that squad. Luckily, okay, so we got some very easy backwall characters. So I guess let's hop back up here and see what we can do. This is what kills me. I don't have anything here that can take this squad out. I can give it a shot with my CLS team. I don't think this is a counter, and I forgot my Datacron again. That doesn't help. Murph, slow down. Just slow down. Yeah, let's see if we can stun Finn, I guess. Okay. Not looking horrible so far. Let's see if we can do this. And then we'll do this. And then can we stun? We can't stun anybody. I guess we can stun you. We'll do some turn meter removal on JTR. And we'll see what we can do against Ray here. Ray's gonna fuck our shit up though. So CLS is down. Shit, we might not even be able to take anybody out here. That is rough. Everybody has stealth or immunity. Wonderful. I hate this team, dude. I really hate this fucking team. It's just so lame. Maybe it's because I hate the sequels. Maybe it's because I hate that team. I don't know. Ah, fuck. For this squad, I guess we can try to give it. Like I don't have anything that can clear this territory, so we'll just see what we can take out piece by piece here and see if we can at least collect some credits and maybe get some more banners. But at this point, we're basically hoping that this guy AFKs out of the Grand Arena for the win here. So we'll get as much AoE damage as we can on the Genosians here. That was great. We're not going to be able to take out Brood before he's able to do his heal, dispel, and that. So that's not good. Should be able to throw immunity on Zalbar here while he's got taunt. That's kind of a sneaky move, right? We'll get a stun and dispel on the Brute. We'll go ahead and throw some immunity on Dash. We'll see if we can get some damage here on Brood Alpha, because that's our main worry here. But we're ability blocked. That's not great. Get some assists. Good. Yeah, I mean, we can't do anything against this. We don't have the AoE for it. We just don't. Maybe we can get another AoE out of Dash. That would be great. And if you guys would go ahead and focus my characters that have immunity on them, that would be actually phenomenal. I would really appreciate that. Oh, boy. See, that's good. That was what, 3 in a row, 4 in a row? Okay, yeah. Thank you, AI. You are fucking dumb. Get some AoE out. Get a little more damage. I mean, this Brute is just fucking killing us, honestly. Genosians are they're one of those teams where it's like not many people invest in them too deeply, but like once you do, they're just such a pain in the ass to deal with. And like honestly, I don't have that like a wide enough roster to be able to deal with all these teams. So it kind of comes back to what I talked about before, where I really need to focus on rounding out some more of these kind of middle ground teams. I'm not going to deal with the rest of this shit. So this Grand Arena is over. We're basically just crossing our fingers, hoping this dude's AFK, which considering he's 8 mil fucking GP in Chromium, I'm assuming he's probably going to AFK out. So that's great. That's going to end it for this Grand Arena video between the alt and the main. So thank you guys for tuning in. If you guys enjoyed the video, like the video, drop a comment down below. Let me know what you guys think I need to work on next on my account. On both of the accounts, kind of beef them out a little bit. We'll take it into consideration. And then, yeah. We'll see you next time. That's going to be it for this video. In the live stream, we're still going to be rolling forward with some more content. What we're going to do here is I'm going to pop back into the intermission while we ready ourselves and hop into Lord of the Rings, Heroes of Middle-earth. And we're going to go back through some of, I believe on my alt here, we should still have our dailies left to knock out. And then on top of the dailies, we should have our Chapter 2 raid attempts for the Mines of Moria raid. So we'll see how things go here. So, we are loading up. We're looking good. We are in the game and wonderful. We do have all of our dailies available. So let's hop through and knock out all of this. Game, yep, there's our daily. What did we get out of our web store? So we got some goblin shards. We got some gear. That's great. We don't have a lot of tar right now, so that's good. Okay, let's pop through. Oops. So this will be kind of a quick video here on my alt account showing how I go through my daily objectives as soon as possible. So first things first, I always throw my 3x5 crystal or gems rather into my regular campaign energy. I'm just gonna clear this inbox real quick because I hate having these notifications on there. We'll hop into our store and pull our free chest for 4 hours. Let's see what we get out of here. Fingers crossed. Give me some dope ass shards. What do we got? Eowyn, that's not bad. Eowyn's a free-to-play character, but she's a very, very good free-to-play character, so we'll take that. We do take that. So on this account, I've talked about it before in previous videos, but I've got Mordor. I focused on this on my alt account, which I started a couple months back. I focused on Mordor because not a lot of people were focusing on Mordor, and they were a team that intrigued me because their mechanics work kind of similar to Emperor Palpatine in Star Wars Galaxy of Heroes. They deal with a debuff-based turn meter train, kind of, but in comparison, it's nowhere near the level of turn meter training that Emperor Palpatine's is. Really, all it is just kind of a helping hand to kind of help you along with a little extra turn meter every turn for these characters. So they're not working as well as you would think they are. As far as the raid goes, they're kind of a mid-tier team across all the chapters, mid to low. They're not great. I do okay with them on this account just based off the fact that I have so much resources invested into them. But because ultimately every team in this game is going to be able to do something in the raid if you invest, your gear and your gold and your ability materials into them. But at the end of the day, if you baseline the investment across all teams, this team is just not performing as well as most of the others. So that is our main shadow team. And as I've mentioned in other videos, when I build teams in this game, I focus on one shadow team and one light team, because when it comes to gearing, you're kind of split with crystals between shadow crystals and light crystals. Shadow going towards shadow teams, light going towards light teams. So while we're working on Mordor as a shadow team, and as you can see, the entire Mordor team is gear 8 right now, which for a free-to-play account at this stage of the game is essentially maxed on gear. We are working on Road to Rivendell with the Hobbits and Strider for our light side team, which means what I'm doing right now, it's probably a waste of gear at this exact moment, is I'm working on, if you can see on the actual kind of like circle around the characters where the gear pieces go, in order to push for gear 9, there are still some blue pieces of gear that you can put in on them to kind of like max them out. It's almost kind of like a G12 plus in Star Wars Galaxy of Heroes back before they released, like the last 3 tiers of gear, 12, whatever. So we're working on finishing those out for Shagrat and for Grimlers and for Oozehound here. So that, and then we're focusing on gearing our Road to Rivendell. Then after that, we'll be focusing on Isengard gearing up. So what I'm going to go through now is I'm going to go through my character shard farms real quick, because the main bulk of what I spend my campaign energy on is character shards, because that is where you're going to get the biggest bang for your buck, even though it is the slowest way to build power. Let me take it back. It's slow to gain power, but the increments of power and the performance your characters will put out from that power is like exponentially higher than just gearing them or anything else outside of maybe ability materials. But ability materials are expensive, man. So go through and start farming out our Mordor characters here. We are so close to 5 stars on him. That is great. We'll move into our Road to Rivendell farms, which honestly, we are pretty close with Road to Rivendell to being able to take on the tier 5 adventure for Sam. We've got our Pippin ready to go. We've got our Frodo ready to go. We've got our Sam and Strider ready to go. All we are waiting on is this mischievous little fucker here, Merry Brandybuck. And let's see. Oh, at the same point, 126 out of 30. So it looks like tomorrow we're going to have 2 characters to push to 5 stars, which is great. It's going to be a little costly. It's going to cost some gold. But that is fine. We're going to hop into Isengard to take out our Isengard shard farms real quick. So let's grab some Azhak shards. We are almost 2 stars on him too. So this is kind of the downside of actually farming out character shards, is you will actually get to a point where you're having to rank up multiple characters simultaneously, and it does get very expensive. So this is why budgeting your resources is very important. As you can see, I have not been sticking to my own advice recently and have not done a great job budgeting these resources out, but we will be back on top in the near future. We'll go through, collect all of these so we can grab our extra round of energy. We'll hop back in here so we can get Pippin to level 50. Which is all we can afford with character XP right now, but that is fine, because if we hop into our adventures, we do have, how am I sitting on this? 3,700. Okay, so we're not near cap yet, so we can go ahead and take that. We can go ahead and grab our battle experience. That is great. There's 2 more challenges knocked out. We need supplies and we need guild battles. Let's knock out our guild battles real quick so we can grab some gold and some ability materials. Good. We'll hop back in here so we can finish out our Isengard shard farm for the day. We'll grab some Morza shards, and that way we're not done yet. We still have to go back in so we can grab our actually, no, we've got enough energy to finish this. So there we go. Malher shards are done for the day. We're done farming for our first go round of energy, and we're standing by for our noon energy in about an hour. Let's go through our supply shop, see if there's anything good kicking around in here. Not seeing anything crazy. We got some turquoise here. That's good. Do need that. We got some low gear here, which we do need for our smaller teams, which this account is getting to the point now where I do need to start working on kind of my like third, fourth, fifth team, so I can really start taking advantage of the raid and being able to push higher personal rewards, because my two main teams are kind of topped out for now. That's going to do it for that. Let's roll into, we'll finish claiming our challenges. We need to throw a gear piece on somebody, and that gear piece is going to go on somebody low down here that we don't really mind. We are essentially just throwing a piece of gear on a character that we will eventually build so that we can claim this challenge without spending too much gold, without spending too much gear, because our main gearing priority right now is Road to Rivendell and Mordor. So there's that. Good. All right, let's roll into the raid and see what we can do here. So we're in Chapter 2. Chapter 2, I don't have the greatest teams available to... Actually, I did my Chapter 2 farm attempts on this account already, so that's going to be it for this account. Sorry, guys. But what we might be able to do... So we'll hop over in here. Let me swap back over to my main. We'll see what sweet skins do here. Yes. You have to scream when you stretch. That's a rule. That's a rule of the game we play. Dude, what is this? What is this? I don't, what's going on here? It's not even bright outside, dude. Oh my god, it's so bright outside. It's cloudy as fuck. What is happening? Alright, we're back on the main account here. Let's go back in here. Main account. We have a few attempts left in the raid. Where we're at right now with Chapter 2 is we've hit about 650,000, just under, with two teams. So with our Rivendell and our Rohan team, essentially Rohan, Strider, and Ironhide. What I would really like to do here is see if I can push. I've got a very underdeveloped Haradrim team, and I want to be able to max out difficulty 1 here. If I can do this and max out difficulty 1 on this team, I should be able to push difficulty 2 fairly high with my Isengard team. I'm kind of waiting on my next energy refresh to see if I have literally one piece of like unique salvage needed to push Malher from gear 6 to gear 7, at which point I'm going to dump fully into difficulty 2 and see how we can do there. I should be able to push about 200,000 with my Isengard team. I know I hit about 190, a little over 190 last night with it, but decided to wait until this morning because I think I can squeeze out a little bit more than that. So let's see how this team does. Not looking bad so far. The main issue I'm having with Haradrim right now is obviously they're not geared that well. They're not invested too high. And this is like my number 4 best team for this chapter. They are on the block for me to invest into in the near future, but that is not until really I'm done with my Isengard team to be able to push them. So where we are currently at is I can get this first topple very easily. I can push through this first topple very easily. We got 1 War Guards that might force us to restart this automatically because we don't have enough damage to be able to kill him quickly. And we do need to be able to push through and kill the troll here for our second round of bonus points as soon as possible. That sucks. Let's get through these provokes here. If we can't get through these provokes and get this troll down in time, we're going to have to restart. We got him. That's great. That's phenomenal. We're at 40k right now. Now we just have to push through and actually topple him a second time, and we should be good to go for maxing out difficulty 1. And this is really where we run into issues, because as he starts to gain stacks of that, he's getting more speed, he's getting more damage, He's getting more resistance to all of our debuffs that we are trying to apply, which is really how this team makes its money, is by applying this Black Serpent's Poison debuff and blocking him from gaining buffs. But if he's got too much, basically the version of tenacity in this game, we just will not be able to push through that. So we'll keep pushing and see what we're able to do here. Okay, 3 stuns. That's not good, but it's not really the worst thing that could have happened here. Oh boy, this is not looking great. Just don't hit. Fuck. There goes our healer. And this is kind of where everything goes downhill from here. So if we can maybe, we're not too far off from the second topple, but he's very, very quickly getting more and more momentum and speed as we go. So we really just need everybody to hang on so we can push through these last 2 chunks of health. We're down to 3 characters. Not great. About to be down to 2. That's going to be game. We're going to go ahead and restart this. See if we can push a little bit better. That's about the same point I get every single time I run this team. So I think right now with our current investment with this team, that's where we're topped out at. I've got some other teams that I think can push out 100K on here. But I really don't know how much I have it in me this week to sit here and just keep trying RNG on the troll. So we'll keep pushing, see what we can do here. Let's try getting that's good. We got a stack of Black Serpent's Poison. We'll get another one here. We'll throw some provokes up on our tanks. Go ahead and get some haste going on everybody. Get a little more damage output. That's good. This one's not looking too bad, to be honest. Keep pushing. I think really if I want to try to max out difficulty 1 with this team, the trick is really going to be to make sure we get through this first topple while losing as little health as possible. So like as fast as possible without sustaining any damage. This is really going to suck. So really where we're at right now is this is looking good. However, dealing with this Skull Crusher is going to be a serious pain in the ass. So let's see. Our first priority is still getting this troll down. We'll take 1 AoE from the Skull Crusher. Let's see if we can finish this troll off, and then we're going to go swap over to Skull Crusher ASAP and get him down as fast as possible. And we'll kind of play around the minions here. The boss has 3 stacks of counter. So what we want to be able to do is we want him to target our tankier characters that can eat these hits, because when we hit him, we need to get these stacks of counter down ASAP. But if we have another character, like right now with Tebeb, I always forget Tebeb and Bekelu, which one's named which. With Tebeb, we've got lower health, like 2/3 health. We don't want to sustain a counter hit here, so we're going to actually hit the minions. So we can get some more damage, control the minions, and also not have to deal with taking unneeded counters from the boss. And then with our other characters that have a little bit more of a health pool to take these hits, we will start dealing with these counters, get them off so that everybody is free to attack the boss. So now we're all free. I did not pay attention, realize that she was blinded. That was a wasted ultimate from Yefdu there. That's not great. So now the game plan is we need to go through and keep chunking this troll back down and get a second topple here. Cross our fingers. That is a full team stun. That fucking sucks. I hate this boss. All right, we'll get some haste going. This might be salvageable. It might not be. We'll see. We're going to get this damage on the troll. And this sucks because we have an expose on him, so he's taking increased damage. However, he's got a shit ton of counter stacks on here. So really, we just need to do the same thing. Keep balancing. Our lower health characters need to be attacking minions. Our higher health characters need to be eating these counters off of the boss. God, this is just not looking great. It's really not looking great at all. Okay, that's it. That's it for this attempt. So again, 45K. Like, this team is basically just topped out at 45K until I get more investment in them. So I guess what we're going to try to do here is we'll try a bit of an outside the box team. Let's go with, I guess we can give Gondor a shot. They're not the greatest for tier 2, but honestly, all I really need is I've got 3 teams. I need 2 of them to max out difficulty 1 at 100k damage. And then my third team left is going to be Isengard, which I should be good for a little over 200k difficulty 2 with, in order to really max out my personal points in this chapter. So really, the biggest focus here is going to be making sure that we keep damage up on the troll, push through that first one as soon as possible, and getting this, having Faramir stealth with all these assists is really going to help us out, but now he's losing that. So now it's going to be about eating these counters carefully, trying to keep block up on everybody as well so we can reduce that incoming damage. That'll get rid of all the counters, and we should be close to push for this first topple here. And we do have a fair amount of AoE that we can use in order to take out these ads here. So let's go ahead and call Boromir in. This is going to give offense up to the whole team. This should be great from Faramir. Takes care of both of the ads. Let's get the troll finished off here, and we'll roll into the next phase. And this is where things are going to suck. We don't have a lot of crit chance. We don't have a lot of dispels. So this is basically just buckle in and hold on to your ass. That's it. We got to slow on the boss. That's going to be good for us. We've already got offense down, so we don't need to AoE with Rendil. We can do that next turn potentially. Let's see if we reduce turn meter with Sergeant Ara. That's great. Can we get a stun with Denethor? If we can, this is going to be huge for us. That is fucking phenomenal. That worked out amazingly well. Let's keep going. We get an offense down here. Nope. No dice. We'll keep pushing. Keep pushing. We might actually get a second topple here. Let's get a taunt going with Boromir. We got some counters to deal with now. Herendil's not going to be looking too good, but that's all right. We've got a solid taunt going with Boromir. Okay, we got everybody surviving so far. That's good. That's good so far. Let's get an offense down. That's phenomenal. We're actually getting really good RNG here. We just need to keep our Herendil up, but I don't know if we're going to have a choice with these counters. It looks like we should. We got one counter left, and I think Denethor is going next. Yep, Denethor is next. Great. This is actually looking like my best attempt with Gondor so far. Herendil's down. That's going to hurt us. Sergeant Ara is down. That's going to hurt us. We got a stun here. We might be able to push through this, though. Can we push through it? Get an offense down. No offense down. No dice. Just hit one of the other guys. Okay. We might be good. We might be good here. Keep going. Come on. Offense down. That's great. Can we... Shit. I needed that I needed that AoE from Boromir really badly. Okay. Yeah. Oh, that's going to be it for that attempt. That was a really good first attempt, though. I think with some better RNG, if Herendil and Ara live longer, I think we can max this with Gondor. I think it's doable. We've proven we can get a second topple. Now, other than the second topple, now it's about RNG. That's what it's about. That's kind of how I work through these. All right. That was great. We've already got offense down on here. Let's get a taunt with Boromir while we've got some block up. Keep getting damage down on the boss. This is looking like a very, very quick topple here. Let's get some more block on Ara. That's really going to be the key here, is making sure we're able to keep block up on our guys for survival when dealing with these counters. All right, less than a block of HP left to deal with this. Let's do this. Topple that motherfucker. There we go. Okay, now let's get a slow on the boss. That'll give us a little more time to deal with all this. Get an AoE with Herendil. That is great. We're going to get an assist here. That is big. If we can get Boromir to go, perfect. Offense up, rolling into this second phase. I think this is going to be the play, is making sure that our whole team's got offense up rolling into this, so we can deal with this as soon as possible and get this next topple going as soon as we can. This is looking actually great right now. Let's keep Herendil up. Great. Great, great, great. We're already almost halfway to a topple right now. We'll get a taunt going on Boromir so we can eat some of these hits. If we can get a stun with Denethor, this will just be chef's kiss. Can we do it? Ah, he resisted. Damn it. Okay. That's okay. It's not the end of the world. Just keep pushing. Get it slow on the boss. That's going to help us out. Get offense down. Great. Phenomenal. I think we're going to get rocks here. Okay, Herendil's down. Not great. If we can keep Aura up and Denethor up going into this topple, that's what we need. That is really what we need right now. Okay, we got Unbreakable. There goes Unbreakable. Okay, come on, boys. Come on. Fuck. Fuck. Okay. Well, at least it's looking like we're going to have 3 going into a topple here. There we go. Okay. Now it's game time. Let's get an AoE going. We need damage. We need damage. We need damage. Come on. Big damage here. Big damage here. Fuck. And he healed the troll. This might get him. Oh my god. So close to that second bonus points. So close. Okay. We need to get damage on the troll. Yeah, that's what we need to do. Oh man, okay. Some good damage. Let's get a taunt with Boromir. Keep hitting them, keep hitting them. We're not gonna be able to get a third topple, that's for sure. I am very, very sort of looking for. I'm very encouraged that we are actually going to be able to get a second topple consistently with our current investment in Gondor. So as long as we can keep Herendil and Ara up, we should be good. All right, we got a game freeze. We got to hop in intermission here so I can force reset this game. Okay, we're going to be all right. We're going to be all right. Oh, man. We're an hour and 20 minutes into this live stream. Wow. 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 Okay. All right. Let's roll into the raid. Let's get this hundo. Let's get this shit. People. My peoples. Okay. Slow the boss. Going to hit him with this. Can we get a... Yep. Got a feeble. That's great. Got him marked. This is looking pretty good so far. Yeah. Let's get a taunt on Boromir so we can eat some damage. We're going to have to eat some damage here from all of our characters with these counters. This is kind of the unfortunate timing right now is with that first stack of counters the boss is getting, we're taking damage with Herendil and Aura, and those are really the 2 characters that we're struggling to have survive going into that second topple. If we can somehow find a way to kind of play with the turn meter for that, maybe we don't mark the troll with Aura on turn 1, because that's decreasing his turn meter and kind of messing with his turn meter. So I think if we're able to do that, maybe turn 1 don't fuck with the turn meter, we might be good. If we don't get it this time, that is. Okay, we'll offense up with Boromir. We'll have offense up going into this next phase here with everybody except for Faramir, it looks like, which is great. Let's get an Enfeeble up on the boss. That way he can't crit us, even though he's going to hit us anyways. Get some turn meter down. See if we can rack off a stun here. If we can, this will be big. Nope, no stun. We'll keep rolling damage. Oh, man. No counters this time on Herendil. That's great. Same with Aura. Keep getting damage down on this boss. Offense down. That is phenomenal. Keep dishing out damage. Herendil's still alive. We just got our Unbreakable broken. Bit of an oxymoron. Herendil's down. God damn it, man. Every time. Okay. We need to push through and get the second topple while Aura's still alive. We just barely missed that damage check last time. God. Alright. Going into the topple, 2 down again. Offense down helps with these counters. I don't even know if we'll get a second topple this time. 2 stuns. 2 stuns. So this looks like this is the floor of our attempts. 45k again. Come on. Okay, so we're not going to mark him with Aura this time, first turn. We get a slow first turn with him. We'll get Enfeeble up, hopefully. Nope, no Enfeeble. Let's get some blocks rolling. This might be the difference here to make sure that we don't come out of that first topple with Aura and Herendil first up, going after having to hit him while he has counter up immediately. So I think that might be our play here. Maybe we can mark now because we don't want him countering onto Aura. Aura and Herendil are just our squishiest characters in this team right now. They really need a little more investment to be able to make this team work. But I'm still working on topping off Rivendell on this account before I can really focus on another light side team. But this is definitely the next one I've got lined up to start working towards. All right, let's get this rolling. Herendil good, Aura good. I think we might be good. We're going to get counters here. We're going to have Boromir with offense down first, and then Faramir with a slow. Nope, no slow, okay. And then, yeah, Herendil's going to have to eat one, but at least it's not both of them eating one. So that's definitely better than before. Getting some good crits here. Can we get a stun? If we can get a stun, this is really what we need here. This is what we need. That's big. That is big. Let's pour some damage into him right now while we can. All right, play with some turn meter here. Offense down is phenomenal. We might be able to push into the second topple with everybody back up. If we do, I think we can grab max points on difficulty 1 with this team. 4 stuns does not help the cause, though. 4 stuns does not do anything for us. That is not great. And we're up to 4 counters. Herendil might go down here. Close. Get some block up on Aura. Survive. Good. Good RNG on the hit on Boromir. Get a slow. Can we push through the rest of this? That's it for the counters. He's got offense down. Aura's down. But we got a second topple with 4 characters. That is better than we've done before with this team. Can we do this? We need to push this. We need to push it hard. I think we might be able to get, yep, offense up, AoE with Boromir. This is it. We're going to push it right here. One more turn with Faramir, get the AoE going. We cleared the second topple. That's great. Now we just have to hit max points with a troll that is about to go out of control. See what I did there? That was awful. All right, offense down. More damage. Assist. More damage. Full stuns. That sucks. I might just mail it in at 80k with this team, honestly. Where were we at last week with this account? Our lowest attempt was 85. So honestly, if we can break 85 with this, that's improvement over last week. So I'm all right with it. Can we get a stun? Maybe. Maybe not. Nope. All right. That's going to be it for this team. That sucks. But hey, that's the best we're going to be able to do right now. 83,000. We'll take it. I'm not going to sit here all day and throw attempts at this fucking raid. Let's grab our personal rewards. And I should be able to hit 130k with one of these other random scratched together teams that I hit with last week, such as 4, 5, right? Something like this, maybe. Or I think we take Halbrad out and we throw Yeftu in. I mean, it's a random hobbled together team, but between Bolg at Gear 8 and Nuraz with his summon, we might be able to push that topple. At which point, if we're able to push the topple on difficulty 2, then we're going to be out we'll hit like about 115, 130k total with this attempt. So it's better than just throwing something out. Difficulty 1 getting 100,000. It might take a couple attempts for us here though. Let's see what we can do. We'll get offense up rolling. That might have been a waste of an alt from Yeftu, but oh well. Get a slow on the boss. Good with low turn meters. We're gonna have a little extra time to play with this. Get that troll summon rolling. Get some bleeds going with Shagrat. That should help us out. Offense down does a lot for the cause as well. We'll keep chunking damage down. We got about 2.5 bars left until we get our first topple. No bleed. That is unfortunate. Offense down again. Great. Ability block. Great. We'll get another taunt with Wubate. Get some block going around the team for a little more survivability. We're critting, but we're not getting any bleeds. That is sucks. Get a stun on the troll. You got a stun on the troll. That is big. That'll go a long ways. Can we push the rest of this now? Get offense up. Come on now. One more hit, and we're good. All right, we got our first topple. We got slows applied. Now, can we push through this and get enough damage going? That is the real question here. That was big. That was big damage. Come on. We're not looking bad here. We are not looking bad at all. That heal does not help us in any way whatsoever. Come on. Ooh, this is going to be close. Ah, no. Okay. Not quite. We're not going to have the juice for a second topple, so we're going to have to reset this and try again. But if you can see, it's that close. If we're able to hit that first topple and clear the troll's health down to 0, that's a strategy for Chapter 2. If you're able to max difficulty 1 at 100k with the team, you need to take it into Chapter 2 or into difficulty 2 and see if you can push that. Because if you can get just one topple and clear the health on there, and pray to God there's no War Guard hopping up there, it's going to taunt, you can break over 100k with that squad. So we'll get some defense or some blocks rolling. We'll see if we can get a poison on the boss. That's great. No offense down, unfortunate. We do have an ability block, so that'll do something. Get some provoke up on Wubate. Get an offense down. No. See if we can get a bleed. Bleed's going to help us out quite a bit here. See if we can get an offense down. Nope. Not quite. All right. We'll get a disrupt on the boss to block him from getting more. Let's get some more damage. We'll get this troll summon going, and now we will offense up with Shagrat. Now that we got the troll summon up, I forgot to wait to push that last time. Let's see if we can get an expose. That's going to be big for us. Offense up with that expose is basically decreasing his defense and increasing our offense. We're basically getting a double buff here. We will keep pushing, keep dealing damage, push for this first topple as soon as possible. Get a dispel there. Nice little ability block. I should not have done that. That's going to suck. At least we got a block on Wubate for that. Okay, thank God he's attacking our Bolg. That is really important. Can we get a stun here? We got a stun. I'm so glad they patched that. We're able to actually reliably stun with the troll summon without dealing with any sort of game locking up, game freezing, whatever. Okay. Now is the time to nut up or shut up. Let's get an offense up. We've got no War Guard up. This is looking great. Got a slow. Time to dish out some damage on this motherfucker. That's good. Nailed it. 121,000. Now we just gotta last as long as we can. Whatever other damage we dish out here, this is just a bonus. But as I showed you there in Chapter 2, if you have a kind of crap, hobbled together team like this, you can break over 100k on it if you're putting together scraps for your 3rd, 4th, and 5th team attempts. As long as you're hitting Chapter 2, and you're able to get one topple down, and you're able to clear the troll with one topple to get both rounds of bonus points, one for the initial topple, one for finishing and while toppled, you're going to break over 100,000 points. So this is really how you can reliably squeeze out
If you've only got 1 or 2 teams that are able to do, difficulty 2, difficulty 3 in chapter 2, this is how you're able to squeeze out more points in like your 3rd and 4th and maybe even 5th attempt, depending where you're looking at with your squads that are geared. So this is a W. Even if we don't get any more damage here, this is definitely a W for us right now with this team. Just kind of using some scrap together characters in order to get our this is essentially our 5th team we're working with here. I know this is only our 4th attempt, but our last attempt is going to be with Isengard, which is not it's really our 3rd team right now, soon to be our 5th or our 1st team in this chapter, hopefully, but we're not there investment wise yet. So that's phenomenal. 130k, we take those. Let's claim all of this, and we'll stick with chapter 2. And we'll see what we can do with Isengard here. Ballpark, I think the attempt I ran last night hit for around 190,000, and that was before I took Dunhart to 4 stars this morning. And with Dunhart at 4 stars, should give a little more survivability, a little more health pool, means a little bit more healing off of the direct heal that Dunhart has. So let's see what we can do here. See if we can get some bleeds going. We do. That is great. We're going to buff up our Malher first so we can go with a double tag team right in a row with that increased crit chance on Malher. Get a little slow with a little more crit. See if we can get a bleed. We do got another bleed on there. Great. We're looking okay so far. Let's go ahead and get a heal off early just so we can keep Azak up just in case. See if we can get a disrupt and an assist, and we do. And we cannot get that defense down dropped reliably, which is unfortunate. But there's not much we can do about that. So let's keep rolling and hope we don't get a War Guard. That's really what we got to hope for here, is that we get this topple here and we do not get the War Guard coming in to help out, because unless I'm doing something wrong, I feel like Isengard really does struggle with the War Guard. Okay, we got a War Guard. That's not great. We need to get this defense down on this motherfucker like yesterday. And Azak, nobody's applying it right now. That is just unfortunate. Let's dump some damage in with the team up. Let's keep rolling damage into him. God, these other characters just really, really need to start landing these debuffs like reliably, because it's killing me right now. Can we finish this topple off? We should here. Any hit now. There we go. All right, 120k. Now, we got to hold onto our butts and hope that we can ride this out. Phenomenal. We got a blind on the counters. That is going to be key for us to make sure that we take as little damage as possible here. Let's get some more bleeds. Phenomenal. We love to see that. We did not get a second bleed on here yet. Hayes Plagueis, who are you? I am Murph. What's up, man? Welcome to the chat. Welcome to the channel. I'm Murph. I do a little bit of content here and there on Star Wars Galaxy of Heroes and Lord of the Rings, Heroes of Middle-earth. That is who I am. Who are you? Hayes Plagueis. I'm assuming you're a Star Wars fan, like Darth Plagueis. Are you wise, dude? Darth Plagueis was wise. Played this game a while? Yeah, so I played Lord of the Rings, Heroes of Middle-earth since release day. I did not get on the early release train, unfortunately. But yeah, I followed this account, or not this account, this game rather, probably about a year or so before release, and was like eagerly waiting for it to come out. I played it like full blown, full steam ahead ever since it came out. This is my main account we're playing right now with like my 3rd raid team going through the 2nd chapter of Mines of Moria. Yeah, this is the account. I've thrown a little bit of money into this account, but I also run a free-to-play account as well on the side, just for fun. Usually when I make content on Star Wars Galaxy of Heroes and like these kinds of games, I prefer to make it more from the free-to-play side of the house, because that's where the majority of the players play these actual games. Yeah. You lead a guild in Lord of the Rings and you still play Star Wars Galaxy of Heroes. You love Chapter 1. Yeah, dude, the Chapter 1 changes were awesome this week. Our guild's like fairly competitive in Heroes of Middle Earth. It's not necessarily a top guild by any means, but um, let's see. I think last week I just pulled up my spreadsheet on my other monitor. Our chapter 1 attempt last week, we hit 22 mil in chapter 1 pre-update, and then this week with the update we actually hit 32 mil. So we had like a 10 mil increase across the board in chapter 1 with the updates. So we're super stoked about the updates too, man. They're awesome. Now if only we can get some like guild leader, guild officer, like assistants in game with like tracking point totals and participation, I'd be happy. I'm an officer in my guild, so that's awesome to hear, man. How you liking the game so far? It's been out for I think what 4.5 months now. We're not looking good here. We're gonna reset this. None like some Saturday morning coffee. All right. Very competitive. Hoping to get chest. Holy shit, chest 4. All right. Nice. That's awesome, man. Yeah, we're hoping to push chest 2 this rate, so we're not nearly up there as far as you guys are. But yeah, I think with hitting 30 mil in chapter 1, as long as we have like full participation in chapter 2 and 3, I think we'll hit the second reward chest this time around. Our biggest thing right now is we've kind of got just we got like a handful of guys at the lower end of our guild that are just kind of spotty on participation. And especially with chapter 3, like we had I think 5 or 6 guys not hit chapter 3 last time, and especially with like the speed meta cheese on it, like it's like, dude, it's free chicken, man. You got to hit it. You got to do it, you know? But yeah, this ain't looking too bad so far. So this Isengard team I'm running on this account, I only just started working on it probably a couple weeks ago to be my main shadow team. So like definitely not performing the way Isengard should be performing here. With this being like my main account and being like my first initial account, you know, I kind of struggled with the whole like early game meta and like really trying to figure out what teams I wanted to build for what. So I didn't really, I actually, I went Bolg and Misty Mountain Orcs to start off with. And wasted a lot of resources on that crap. And then I'm kind of pivoting back to Isengard now just so I can build up my chapter 2 score a little bit more. Yeah, dude. Your alt skilled went from 22 mil to 34 mil. Free points in C3. Yeah, dude. Chapter 3 is just like, it's great because you like, I picture myself as being like a smaller account in one of these guilds, right? And like having to go through like the pre-update RNG of chapter 1. And then having to walk into chapter 2 and just getting mollywopped by this troll and not being ready for it. You know, like if you're like a level 50 account or something like that. Chapter 3 is really nice to be able to like sit there and like actually take advantage of the cheese, collect a bunch of personal rewards, and be able to invest in those teams so you can do better in chapter 1 and 2. That's kind of like the mantra I've been giving kind of our smaller players in the guild is like, hey, like at the end of the day, like you really don't need to focus on teams for chapter 3 because you can squeeze out, you know, like 90k per attempt on average in chapter 3 just by cheesing it. So like as long as you're doing chapter 3 and getting your rewards, throw it all into chapter 1 and 2, and then that will give us much more, I think, across the board growth and point total in the guild. Shard 1, yeah, so I'm Shard 1 and I have Elrond on this account. I did, so like I said, like I don't spend a ton of money on the game. I did buy Arwen and Eladin on this account to 5-star so I can get Elrond off the bat. It's like I love Lord of the Rings. Lord of the Rings is my favorite IP of all time. And I was waiting for this game to come out because I love these kind of hero collectors games. I've played Star Wars Galaxy of Heroes on and off since 2016. Played Marvel Strike Force quite a bit, but I quit that shit like over a year ago. Scopely's just a garbage company. But yeah, so I really, the only things I dumped money into on this account is like Arwen, Eladin, and then I definitely whaled out a bit on, I guess Dolphined is more, I didn't whale out, but I dolphined on Gondor just because I love Boromir and Gondor, so I've got Denethor, Boromir, and Faramir all at 5 stars right now. So yeah, but I don't have it in me to like really dump enough money to put in for like 7-star characters. It's just not worth it to me. But yeah, your main account's like 140k, so it's easier, but still can get like 90k per team in chapter 3. Yeah, dude, the shard one definitely does suck because I'll show you my Rivendell team after this, but I've got like 6-star Lomian at gear 8. I've got a 5-star Elrond at gear 8, 7-star Elrohir gear 8, 6-star Eladin at gear 8, and a 5-star Arwen at gear 6, I think. And honestly, I have trouble breaking out of gold 2 in the shard right now. I should have waited at least a few more hours, but I started the account like literally right as the game popped up in the App Store. So it definitely sucks. But I mean, like over time with all these kinds of games, people quit these games over time, and eventually, a year or two down the road, like my position in the arena shard isn't gonna matter because ultimately there's gonna be so many people who just quit this game or give up along the way, and I won't. So just by virtue of sticking around, you'll naturally climb up the ladder. It's just it does suck right now early on not being able to take advantage of the early crystal yield. 20 purple crystals from Gear 10 Eldon. Wow, that's awesome, man. I don't have any Gear 9 characters yet. I did spend crystals to buy all of the essence pieces for Elry here to go to Gear 9, but I don't have enough energy to go out and farm the last like mini unique on all of them. Like I've got all the crystals for it. I've got all the mini or the essences. I just don't have the actual like I forget what the fuck they're called, but like the mini uniques for him to push him to gear 9. Your leader Hayes' Hobbit Hole and STZ is your only competition that is currently way outscaling us. Nice, man. That's awesome. Yeah, I really love this game, and I'm glad they're releasing more content with the raid. The AMA from earlier this week was great. If you read any of that, I gotta fucking move because I'm sitting here for like an hour and a half. Yeah, I wish people were a little more patient with the game. Like the bugs and everything else like that are definitely frustrating, right? They're definitely frustrating, but it's outside of that, like most of the things I've seen people bitch about this game is it's them bitching about things that are just like common occurrences and like common like framework for these types of gacha games and hero collectors, right? So it's like most of the people I see complaining about stuff in the forums and whatnot, like they're complaining about shit like resources, farmability, like, and it's like, dude, that's how these games work. Like you're gonna have restricted resources, you're gonna have farmability because these games stay on, the lights stay on because people spend money on it, and like you don't have to spend money on it, which is why I like making content for the most part, like with my like alt accounts, of like how to do really well and be really efficient in these games as a free to play player, because that's how I get most of the enjoyment out of playing these games personally, but. Like a lot of times, like I'll read comments on like Reddit or like some of the Discords, and I just want to be like, dude, like what game do you think you're fucking playing? You know, like if you don't like not having resources in a game, you're playing the wrong game. Like it's not like these games are like designed like let's make a Lord of the Rings hero collector game, and then they go, oh well, let's restrict resources, let's make a pay to win model, let's do all this, right? Like no, that the company goes, we want a pay to win gotcha hero collector game. What's an IP we can leverage for it? Oh, people love Lord of the Rings. Let's just use the same framework for these other well-established games and then fucking repaint it as Lord of the Rings. That's how this shit works, right? And so, like, most of the people that bitch about things in these games, like, they're just super out of touch with reality. And, like, you just kind of just want to be like, hey, man, like, don't play the game. You don't like it. Like, that's how these games work, you know? You bitch about stuff like a leaderboard crashing a raid screen, but crunches. Yeah, dude, 100%. So, like, there's stuff like that, right? Where, like, if you go to, like the guild's best leaderboard in the raid tab, like that used to crash the game. That's annoying. Getting like the button lock shit when you're in the middle of like an arena battle, that sucks. Like, but that's all coding and stuff like that, right? And it's funny too because people will like bitch at like community leaders like in the game about shit like that, and it's like, hey man, that guy doesn't write the code for the game. That guy is their fucking social media manager, basically, right? Like, I don't know. People are just dumb, you know. On the main Discord, yeah. I'm on the main Discord and the unofficial one, and honestly, like I play a lot of World of Warcraft and stuff too, so I've got like so many Discord servers rolling around that like I really don't pay attention or like participate in like the official or unofficial Discords all that much, just because it's so much additional noise. But I'll pop in there every once in a while, like in the unofficial Discord. Yeah, like that's what I'm saying, man. Is it's like don't take it out on the developers, like. They're doing their best. at the end of the day. You know, like they're not intentionally making a bad game, and I'm not saying this is a bad game, but they're not like intentionally making a broken game to piss you off. Like they're working on it, and also like it's like I don't know. People are just so out of touch with like how games are made, and I'm not an expert on how they're made by any means, but it's like obviously the people who are coming up with concepts of what characters to release are different than people who are working on like the core features of the game or the game modes or the community managers. Like they all have different jobs and do different shit. So like you being pissed off about this one thing and yelling at this basically social media manager, like what do you think is getting done? Um, like I used to get pissed off because when this game first came out, right before the raid came out, and there was no content, it was just farm level, invest resources, that's it, right? Everybody bitched about it, and they're like, this game's been out for so long and there's no content. It's like, dude, Star Wars Galaxy of Heroes didn't have content either, but they're like comparing it to Galaxy of Heroes, and it's like, you can't compare a game that's been out for a month to a game that's been out for 7 fucking years, you know? Like, it's just, that's not how this works. There will be, like, content over time, but, like, also, take advantage of the time that you have no content to do so you can focus on farming and getting your characters up. But I would get so pissed off because people would bitch at the developers about the lack of content in the game, and I felt like early on at least it was causing them to rush content out to appease them, but because that content was being rushed, it wasn't like getting enough QA, and that's why we had so many bugs early on, and it really rubbed me the wrong way because I want to be like, hey man, would you guys rather have broken content or a game that fucking works? Because you're gonna get one or the other right now, you know. But yeah, that's end rant, I guess. But yeah, I'm loving this game. I think this game has a lot of potential in the long run. I'm really excited for like you mentioned, like saving up, hoarding for the next legendary. I'm thinking it's gonna be Thorin. What do you think? Because like they mentioned, it's gonna be from The Hobbit. As far as legendary characters from The Hobbit, I don't think they would go Bilbo. I just don't. I think they would go Thorin, especially with all the dwarf love that's been going around the last month or so. Yeah, the fucking Gak is going to be awesome in this game. I'm super excited for that, and I'm honestly really hoping that just like in Star Wars Galaxy of Heroes, I'm hoping that it does take the place of Arena Shard giving you your gems in the game, because the Arena meta in Shard 1 is getting very old. And there really is no arena meta to begin with. Like I was talking about this in a video I did a couple days ago on this channel, talking about like my rationale and logic behind building teams, like how I decide what teams I'm going to build. And really, it's like there is like the arena meta right now is basically like, what team did you pick, and do you have it at gear 8 or higher and max abilities? Like there's no like rock paper scissors meta where a specific team counters another specific team that counters another specific team. You know, like there's no hierarchy like that. It's like it's basically just, do you out gear and out ability the other team, in my opinion at least. Because I mean, right now it's literally just like Rohan 3, some Isengard, Rivendell, and like that's it for my arena. And I gotta be honest, the Elrond versus Elrond meta is getting real old. Like real old. Like I love the Rivendell team, but having to go against it all the time and basically knowing that as soon as I beat this guy, he's just gonna take me on, and then we're just gonna be flip-flopping position in the rankings all day, and you can't really climb because everybody can climb on you as well. Kind of sucks, to be honest. But yeah, legendary, I'm hoping it's gonna be Thorin for the next one. And it sucks right now because I'm really focusing on farming out shards for all 5 of my kind of raid teams I'm working on. And I feel like I don't have enough energy going around. I need to reset this shit. I feel like I don't have enough energy going around to be able to farm out dwarves on top of everything else. Because right now, like I'm farming the rest of my elves for a 6-star Elrond. I think I'm like 15 shards off Leliel, then I'm good to go for 6-star Elrond next go around. And then we gotta restart real quick. Force reset. We're just talking about bugs. But yeah, like farming out Rivendell and just random elves. We're farming out Isengard. We're farming out Gondor, so Herendil and Sergeant Ara. We're farming out Haradrim, like the free-to-play ones at least right now, so that once Tibeb and Bekelu become free-to-play farmable, we can roll with them. And then I'm also farming out Rohan as well. So like, there's just not enough energy to go around for me to like farm additional gear or to farm dwarves. And honestly, I do think it's gonna be 5 dwarves going to Thorin. There's just not many other characters in general from The Hobbit that will be legendary. You hope it's going to be Gollum. Yeah, my one thing with Gollum is that if it's going to be Gollum, I don't know what characters would be required for a legendary unlock for him, right? So like maybe hobbits, but we only have 4 hobbits in game. So unless they do like a Bilbo Marquee adventure release and then you use all 5 hobbits to unlock Gollum, I don't know. And I feel like Gollum is such a key character in Lord of the Rings, and to a lesser extent The Hobbit, but mainly the Lord of the Rings, right? Like if you were to look at both the IPs, Gollum is more of a Lord of the Rings character than a Hobbit character. Like he's only in like 1 chapter of The Hobbit, and he's a massively impactful character in Lord of the Rings. So when it comes to Gollum, I feel like one, he'd be, if there's hinting at a Hobbit character, it's not going to be Gollum because he's more Lord of the Rings, but he is in The Hobbit, so maybe. But I also think that he's such a big character that later on, once they start doing like journey specific characters or almost like Galactic Legends type characters, from like Galaxy of Heroes, I do think that Gollum is more likely to be added as like a journey character or a GL character. Yeah, Gollum is Wampa. Yeah, like 100%. I could definitely see Gollum being like a Wampa for Gak, or I could even see something like if they wanted to do like the cave troll from Moria, like the one that's in the raid. If they release him as a playable character at some point, like as a large character for Shadow, like he could be like Wampa too. But Gollum could definitely be like Wampa. Yeah, I could definitely see that at least. That would be dope. Okay, so I know that the developers did the video with Tana on all the video or all the updates to come just prior to that AMA they did on Reddit. I didn't watch the video, so that's good news. I do like that. I'm very glad that it's going to replace the arena because yeah, it's all the arenas do kind of devolve into the Shard Mafia, like you said too. Like same thing with like fleets and Star Wars Galaxy of Heroes and everything else. Like it's kind of lame for a selling perspective. Yeah, but I mean, I feel like, so when you talk about like Lord of the Rings and The Hobbit, right? There's only so many big characters that are out there, and there's a wealth of like secondary and tertiary characters in the mythos, right? So like for every Gandalf that you have out there, you've got like a dozen characters that are like Prince Imrahil or Halbarad or these side characters, Baragond from Gondor, right? There's so many lesser characters that they can make in this game and put as regular marquee adventure characters that I don't think we're going to get a big character like Gandalf added to the game as recently as we did, and then get like another like main foundational character of the Lord of the Rings mythos like that soon after. Although they said it's going to be before the end of the year, so it could be like November, December, at which point that would be like one big character a quarter, which that's not that big of a stretch, I guess, now that I think about it. But yeah, it's not like Star Wars Galaxy of Heroes up unless going back to first stage and prior. Yeah, so I asked a question on that AMA specifically about like what areas of the lore they actually specifically have the rights to, because the Tolkien estate, when they give out rights to their intellectual property, are very weird about like what specific parts they give out. So like with the Rings of Power, for instance, on Amazon, which I fucking hated that show, it was garbage, but when they had Rings of Power, Rings of Power only had access to the second age. They didn't have access to anything in the first age, which is why like a lot of the stuff with Galadriel's brother is completely lore inaccurate in the show. Like he was a warrior, but he was a man of peace. He wasn't this like rage-filled warrior that wanted to murder orcs. Like he was just a compassionate person that wanted to save men, basically. But anyways, like they get weird about that kind of stuff because like if you're making a show about the second age is largely informed by the actions that happen in the first age. So why wouldn't you give them access to both? I don't know. The Tolkien estate is weird, like I said. So I asked them, and they said specifically they only have rights to the materials that are directly pulled from the Lord of the Rings book, the appendices of the Lord of the Rings book, and The Hobbit. So there's nothing from the Silmarillion from the first age. So unless there's something specifically in the appendices of Lord of the Rings that refers to the first age, they don't have the rights to it. Period. So we're not going to see any crazy like first age characters, which kind of sucks. But honestly, like between The Hobbit, Lord of the Rings, the appendices, and then being able to do what they're doing right now with like minion characters, where instead of them making like, oh, this is the Mordor spear wielder character, and they're giving it like a bullshit name and making up their own character, there's still just an endless amount of characters that they can make for this game essentially for years to come. All right, we need to focus up here because I'm getting tired of resetting this shit with Isengard. I probably honestly need to watch a video or two on how Isengard does so well in Chapter 2, because mine's definitely not invested in as much as it should be to really push later chapters, but I feel like I should be doing better than I am, and I feel like I just don't have the juice to squeeze out against the minion characters during the topple phases here. Let's see if we can get a heal off real quick, top everybody off. We'll push through the topple, and honestly, if I can just get to a second topple, even if I can't clear the troll's health, I'll be happy with it, and I'll probably call it after that. Good, we got a bleed. That's really what we need to focus on, is just keeping these bleeds going. Get a disrupt on there with an assist. Give me another bleed. Fucking awesome. That's an entire block of health. We love to see that. Let's go ahead and throw some buffs up. We'll get some tag team action going. Oof, that is not good. We don't have any counters. Let's see if we can get a defense down. Nope. Fuck. Okay. All right. That's going to do that. Let's get some bleeds going. Get some more tag team action. Get a blind. That's awesome. It's actually phenomenal. All right, we got counters. Now we got to be careful what we do. We get a bleed. We got a bleed. That's good. We can hit him with Ugluk and eat this counter. No stuns. That is fucking great. There goes our healer. All right. It's okay. We should get a second topple here. Can we do it in time for Moria to survive? Yes. Barely. There we go. Second topple. 190,000. This is probably going to be where we call these attempts at with Isengard, which I'm fine with because we've still improved on our best on this chapter by a couple 100,000 this week, I think. And as we keep investing into Isengard, it's going to keep going higher. So let's get a blind, and we'll just kind of ride out the rest of this and see where we end up. If we can break 200k, I'll be very happy with that. But with 2 characters left and no active healing, I'm not sure that's going to be too doable here. Maybe we hit an ad to save some health on Mauher and just kind of eat these counters with Ugluk. We don't have enough characters up to keep attacking the troll to clear through these stacks of counters, so we'll just have to eat it. Oof. Alright, well, that sucks. Come on. Just hurry up and finish me off so we can be done with this. Using Mordor mixed with Haradrim is nice. Yeah, I have Mordor as my main team on my alt, my free-to-play alt, and it's full gear 8. All the ability level 5 and higher, working on 6 with them. I'm really not impressed with them. I'm really not. Like, there's a few characters that are good, like Rockma's phenomenal, Ironhide's phenomenal, Shagrat's okay, but their healer just doesn't feel as strong of a healer as it needs to be, and Grimler's is just dog water. It's awful. Grimler's is terrible. So, Haradrim's very nice. I can't wait for them to be free to play farmable so I can actually build them because they're one of the top teams across every chapter so far. So that's gonna do it for this live stream though, guys. I've been going for about 2 hours now on like everything Star Wars Galaxy of Heroes and Lord of the Rings Heroes of Middle Earth. So if you guys enjoyed this, subscribe to the channel. I'm gonna be trying every Saturday to kind of come on live and just play through dailies and all the different content that's out there on Star Wars Galaxy of Heroes and Lord of the Rings Heroes of Middle Earth. And then I'll be kind of like cutting some specific parts of these live streams out for more videos and making other content throughout the week as well. So if you guys enjoyed it, let me know what other kind of content you guys would like to see. And I hope I see you guys next time. And Plagueis, it was good talking to you, man. Good luck going forward. I hope to see you back next time. So y'all have a good week.